Вот молодец, вот молодец. Вот моя сладкая. Welcome to the 31st episode of Strawberry Patches podcast. My name is Marina. I'm here with my daughter, baby Lydia. Hi. Hi. We are at the Auckland airport and we are about to board a flight to Fiji. So this episode is going to be filmed there, I think. I'm very happy that we're going on vacation while it's winter here in Auckland, New Zealand. And I invite you to come with us. Yay! Let's go! It's our first day here and I got my well-deserved vacation. While the baby and the father are sleeping in the hotel room, I decided to swim a little bit and have an ice cream. And I was just listening to this song and thinking, when I first heard it, I never understood what is land down under meaning. And now actually I'm living in it. It's crazy. When I was growing up and learning English, many of the words didn't make sense, and now I'm living the dream that I once almost had. I didn't even know that I was dreaming of this, but now, wouldn't you want to be here with me? Paradise. And I did take some knitting with me, and I just thought that I'll do it sometime later, even if I have time. Maybe I won't have time. The flight was okay. The baby was sleeping halfway through. I'm not saying what she was doing the first half of the flight, but anyway. And the father arrived today in the morning. It was so nice to see him finally. He was away for 2 weeks and it was pretty hard not to see him and to be with Lydia for all of this time. But this vacation makes it all like a dream, like it happened yesterday. So I'm gonna enjoy my huge ice cream, which unfortunately comes in a plastic cup. I think they could have, oh no, something bit me. Sorry. It's a very hungry ant. Well, see you later. This is the first word that you hear when you arrive in Fiji, and it means from hello to thank you to many meanings. And whenever people see us around here, they say blah, and I think if they continue doing that, my daughter might actually learn this word. So actually I wanted to say why we came to Fiji. Thing is, it was an impromptu vacation and we found out that we're going about 3 days before we were left. So it was lots of stress before, but now we are in this tropical paradise on a Denarau island in Westin Hotel, and we are very lucky to be finally all three of us together. My husband was away, and it's so nice to be back into summer after Auckland has fallen into its winter routine with all the showers and cold weather, just 5 degrees in the night. So we arrived here and it was plus 29 degrees in Celsius at night, very humid, but very lovely in the daytime with lots of tropical sun, lovely birds, cool pools, lots of ice cream and drinks, and a very nice soft bed to sleep in. Of course, I brought my knitting with me, and before I get into that, I wanted to tell you what I saw yesterday at the arts and crafts show here at the hotel. There were some local Fijian women who were showing and sharing their crafts with us, and they included some banana leaf weaving. I even made myself a souvenir from those banana leaves. It is a little bookmark. There was also some little pottery, not pottery, clay figurines, wood carving, and some weaving, not weaving, but they were making some jewelry. And also I was lucky enough to make me and my daughter a little wreath, I think that's what it's called, you know, for the head, from little flowers that are around here, and some local green things that are on the bushes right behind me. And it was lots of fun. Basically it's a plait, and you just insert flowers at certain intervals.
Oh, no. Oui.
No, but we live in New Zealand.
Oh. You live where?
New Zealand.
Okay, so New Guinea, I thought. Wow. Who's your template?
No. And it's our third day here. I'm going to try to find some more cultural things to see, some local food to try, and in the meantime I wanted to share with you what I've been working on. Actually, let's start with finished objects. Right behind me there is a lady who's said bula. So, in these 3 weeks or more that I haven't podcasted, I've been making some socks for my wonderful husband, who actually has worn the other pair that I made for him to bits. I had to mend them, so I made 2 more pairs. And this is the first pair, which is a very interesting yarn. This is 2 threads. I paired soft magician blue yarn with some German thread. I forgot what it's called, but it's on my Ravelry page if you're interested. And for the heel I used black merino on nylon, because I thought that if I used the soft magician yarn, which is wonderful, it has possum in it, then it wouldn't be very well, it's not for heavy duty projects, I think. So here we have a little bit more nylonish yarn, and I didn't mean to make these socks matching, and as you can tell, this is how the yarn went. So they are, if they match like this, and even that they don't match. Anyway, I prefer to knit vanilla socks with some colorful yarn, and this was just my go-to pattern that I remember by heart from a book that I've seen years ago that my grandma gave me. This is the second pair, and I call them Socks for Alex. This is my husband's name, and you probably don't see, but he has worn these already, and they started to peel a little bit, and they're pretty warm, so he loves them. These are the second ones. They were so easy to make, and I had all those lonely evenings when he was away, so I did them. This is a very lovely yarn with this just flecks of brown and black and maybe a little like rusty color, and I really love this yarn, and I wanted one day to make a sweater with something like this. But it doesn't have to be this, I don't know what you call this effect, when it's not dyed, but this is just clearly just blobs of different yarn. Well, maybe. And while I was working on some other whips, I decided that I want to cast on something for my daughter, because the vest that she was wearing got very short and it was just not covering enough. So I found a very nice pattern on the internet called Lille Dahlia, and I decided to use the wonderful skein, hand-dyed skein by Darnet New Zealand that I bought at the Wool Fest, and it goes from wonderful fuchsia pink to purple to blue, and then it will be green, and I'm going to show it to you right now. And ta-da! Something that you haven't even seen in the previous episode. I decided that this yarn is too beautiful, and I did it. I found this wonderful pattern from Instagram. Everybody was posting these wonderful tops, and I just had to make one for my daughter, and this yarn seemed to be the perfect yarn for this project. And do you remember the cake that I bought at the Wool Fest from Darnet New Zealand? So this is it. I still have maybe that much. I could have knitted that much, but I don't need it that long. It's pretty long already, and I plan for her to wear it. I mean, I can still knit it longer. I mean, maybe I can make a kind of like a dress. We will see. But the best thing is, for this pattern, you don't have to break a thread. So you start here and you make like it's a separate piece until here, and then you need to put the button here. But the problem is that I didn't leave enough yarn. I always like to cast on so that I have minimum waste. So this time it wasn't a good idea. And I don't have enough to make a loop for a button. So I'll figure out how to do that later. Anyways, so basically you cast off here, and then you pick up some stitches and you do some ribbing here, and then it's just plain stockinette. It was very easy to make, and I took it with me to Fiji, and there I didn't have time to knit. But it's okay. I knit a little bit on the plane, and I finished it when we came here. And I have a little video of my daughter wearing it. Lydia, do you like your new vest? Hmm? Do you like it? You like it? Very good. Another thing that I'm working on is the fluzy cardigan, and I have finished the colored yoke, and I've come to the part where you separate for the sleeves, and I decided to go ahead and just try to do the bust darts. And it was a very difficult thing to do because I had to measure it on myself, which was hard to see in the mirror. But anyways, I did it. So now I just have to go with the plain, boring stockinette until the length desired, and then cast on the sleeves and continue. But it's looking really good. I really like the way it looks. When I get home, I'm probably gonna show you how it looks. Is my fluzy cardigan, which I was meant to finish before I went to the knitting retreat, but I was so scared of continuing that I kind of postponed it, and now it's too late. The retreat is on Saturday. Today is Thursday, so it's not finished. It's not even half finished, but I did do some progress. So when I met Livy at the Yarn Fest, the Wool Fest, she suggested that I look at the tutorial for the bust darts, and I was pretty scared of making them, but then I thought, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna try, because this it's my second sweater that I did using a pattern. I used to do sweaters before when I was at the university, but they are nothing like this. They're not professional, they're just boring squares with no shaping. So I did do this yarn bust darts, and I worked a little bit more. So here's where I am now. You can see the wonderful color work. It's so addictive. If you haven't done this cardigan, you will enjoy it. If you try, and I really suggest that you do, you will really enjoy this part. It is so fast. Here, although it is just stockinette, I guess it's because it's a cardigan, so there's the knit and stitches are fine, but the purls, they take forever. So here I was last time I showed it to you, and I just want to show off this wonderful tiny stitch marker that I have. And this is how much I knit. Not too much, I know, but there are some bust darts, which are very clever. And I got the tutorial from the Coco Knits, I think it's called. And you can probably see them on the wrong side, but on the right side, you can't tell. Can you? So anyways, I tried it on and it looks like it should be fine. I'm just gonna go with it and see how it goes. I'm really looking forward. I so wish that I had finished it before the knitting retreat, but wasn't meant to be. Hopefully for the next knitting event I will be wearing this cardigan. Speaking of this cardigan, want to invite you once again to our Kiwi Cow, which is a knit-along, and the aim of it is to inspire people to go look for New Zealand yarn and designers and make something and support the people who are in this industry, in this beautiful country, and just, you know, find something new for you if you are not here. If you are here, then it's super easy for you to grab some wonderful yarn like Darn Knit New Zealand or like Gumtree Gully alpacas and whip up some quick project. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be adult size or anything. And it started in June and it will go on for one whole year. I have already some wonderful prizes from Libby, and I bought some buttons from Kathy from her shop. I'm planning on buying some wonderful yarn, but I'm still thinking maybe I will show it to you in the next episode. And I want to thank you, all of you who have already joined, especially one lady who has finished 2 wonderful sweaters and a shawl with this beautiful yarn that she hand dyed, and some more. Also, Alana has joined the Cal and she has made this wonderful hat from Otaki Day House yarn, which is wonderful. I really want to make something from that yarn as well. And there are more projects there. Just go and jump in and let's have fun together. So I'm really looking forward for the retreat this Saturday. I'm a bit anxious because I know that I'm bringing my daughter with me because I cannot leave her here. She's still fully breastfed and I cannot imagine leaving her here without me. And my dear friend Cher, who is a totally awesome person, she told me that she would be helping me, but still I don't really know how everything will go. Fingers crossed it will be fine. But I'm really looking forward to meeting all my knitting friends, especially Margaret, Cher, and others like Laura and I don't know who else is coming there. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Last time I was there, I was pregnant and I had so much fun. I stayed there for 2 nights, and this time it's gonna be just me on Saturday, full day. And as far as I know, one of the classes is brioche, which is something that I wanted to. Third thing that I'm working on is my Find Your Fate shawl, which is growing into something enormous. And I want to thank Kathy Roscoe for, she hand delivered me the 4 skeins that I had to purchase because I ran out of yarn, and she hand dyed them for me especially. They are white base with some specks of green and blue, and I hope that this will be enough for me to finish the whole shawl. If not, I'll just improvise with something because it gets too ridiculously big garment and I don't need that much. Although with the weather that is back home in Auckland, it's such a lovely thing to have around your shoulders. It's super soft, super squishy, and the colors are just gorgeous. I love them. So I've done this much. And I have to show you the beautiful yarn that Kathy dyed especially for me. This 4 wonderful skeins with the colors of my shawl, and this is the one I'm working on already, and they're lovely and squishy. And she was, because I was so busy with this little project, unfortunately I haven't finished yet, but I think when I'm done with this yarn, I'm just going to somehow finish it, and that's it, because this is already quite a long, nice shawl, and it's a really warm day, so, but look at this. I'm really happy with how it's, the colors and the stripes. This is one lovely little bit of lace, and when it's gonna fade into this light, it's gonna be a really lovely, squishy, big, warm project that I can wear when it's really cold, which it hasn't really been lately, or has been maybe when we were in Fiji. Yeah, love it. I'll probably make another video later, so let's see what our holiday here will bring. Durian. Mango, we can get a mango as well. She will probably like it. Cocoa. Oh yeah, cocoa. Morning everyone. Well, it's morning here. It's our almost last day, last full day at this wonderful resort, and we just had a lovely breakfast, and we're going for a walk with my little princess Lydia. She has gotten so much attention here from all the waitresses and the staff, which was wonderful, by the way. And we didn't manage to go anywhere like the islands, which I really wanted to go to the island and see the crystal clear waters. Well, that's life. We had to change the room yesterday because there was a construction that just started right in front of our room, and I said, no way, we cannot take it. And because Lydia needs to sleep during the day. But they were quite nice and they changed our room, so everything is back to normal. I really wanted to stay one more week, but unfortunately we have to leave on Saturday, which is tomorrow. And it's raining in Auckland and it's not very exciting weather. But it means that I can do a little bit more knitting than I did here. I probably did maybe 3 rows maximum. And yeah, that was wishful thinking that I would finish the vest here. I couldn't do it because obviously it's too hot and Lydia is sleeping, but we took a nanny, so I don't have to be with her in the room. I can go and swim in the pool and enjoy myself, and everything worked out great. Yesterday we visited the local market. I just wanted to get some fruit and I bought the wonderful soursop. And it was delicious. I started eating it yesterday, probably will finish today. And yes, yesterday at the market it looked a little bit like Bali market with lots of people just sitting on the ground, and what I loved about it is there was no plastic inside. Well, except for this place which sold freshly squeezed juices. And it was, you know, just these piles of different veggies and fruit on the floor or on the table. Right? She's smiling. Happy Baba. And I have to say that as much as I love the hotel here, I think the only point that I didn't like is that they use lots of plastic. They serve ice cream in these plastic cups. They have these tiny little bottles of water in the hotel. And I was thinking, what can I do? There is no bottle that I can refill, so I have to just drink what they give me, and that makes the plastic-free July not work for me. I did try my best. I will continue in Auckland, back in Auckland, but here it's impossible. It seems like they don't care, which is sad. Another thing I noticed when we were in the city, which is we are staying on the island Denarau, which is funny when you look at the map because it looks like the part of the mainland. It's actually separated by a river. That's why it is called an island. So when you pass that river, you are in Nadi, which is the city where we landed, the airport where we landed. And we're going soon. We're going for a walk. Baba. And the city, I was shocked. I think I'm just used to the New Zealand clean and thoughtful way, the way everything is planned. Like there was no way I could get into supermarket or just off the curb into the street with the stroller without the nanny, because there was no pedestrian crossing, there were no slides, and the traffic was like just coming and going, and there was so many people. So yeah, this is not really what I expected, but I don't know what I expected. I actually wanted really much to go to the village and see what the local people eat, and we did try one of the local dishes, and it is called kokonda. It's made out of fresh marinated fish that is served with some coconut milk and some veggies. It's really delicious. We really loved it, and we had it 2 days in a row. And We're going. Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't swim in this beautiful ocean yet, which I might do today just because we're here. But I do hope that one day we will come back to this beautiful island. Maybe not to this one. Maybe not this beautiful island, but Suva or one of the other islands where we can stay in a hotel that has direct access to the beach. That would be lovely. But for now, we're enjoying our last day, and I will probably just bring my knitting back home and show you some more of my things that I've finished. So, see you there. And I want to thank you all for joining me today. You know where to find me, right? It's Instagram Marina Toys and Marina Hoja, which is down below here. And also please do join our group on Ravelry and our wonderful knit along. Thank you very much for joining, and I'm always happy to answer your questions if you want to comment below. It's always lovely to see some thumbs up and subscriptions, but it's up to you if you want to do it. And I want to thank you once again. See you in the next episode. Bye.